All right, we return. Now, going to be a big one today. And the reason for that is we're going to get through a lot of years. We're going to try and get some more people in our Federation. We're going to explore some new wormholes. We're going to figure out some extra technologies, specialize our planets properly, and start putting all these crazy quantities of alloys to use. This is nothing now. We really don't have to worry about the last of the branded. I'm sure they won't be able to recover. And we can get our... I mean, this is such an interesting idea to me. The people that live here, how can they conduct business? How can they get through the Fuella system? Anyway, before we get started with all of that, there is another thing about sectors that I've realized between the two episodes, which I really should do. So let's head up our sectors. Now, you'll see that there's this box here. It says disabled, sector auto build disabled, disabled. So we assign governors to all these places. They get their benefits, but they need to actually be building without me having to do everything. And so I'm going to do that in sector settings. As you can see here, we've got disabled. That's the default. And that might be why you can see there's all these planets with all these buildings that need to happen and they're not doing anything. So I can decide to have a balanced focus, where it will balance its production between raw resources, manufacturing, research. I can tell it to be focused on production, on manufacturing, or on research. I'm just going to say balance for now. We don't really have to do anything too special. And now you'll see that as I do so, all of these colonies we've got are disappearing from my outliner because they are no longer of relevance to me. The AI will do it for me. Now, the last sector here is the Earth core sector, which we want to stay in control of. I want to keep these specialized. So these planets here, I will do cool things with. It does mean that the awesome Gaia world and the research planet over there and stuff, we won't do anything with at the moment, but we'll see. I mean, we can get habitats and other fun stuff as we go forward, which should hopefully be cool. Now, between the last two episodes as well, I did encourage a bit more planetary growth because we're trying to build these up a bit more, and we'll just see where we go. That should be it, really. I want to take out the dragon. Hopefully, by the end of this episode, we will be in a position to do that. We've also got a couple of upgrades as well for our star bases. So the first thing I'm going to do is spend our allies on that. You know, you see, each one, if we're going to go up to a fortress, it's going to cost us 1,000 alloys each. It's pretty expensive, but I think it's worth doing. So we'll do one here. Go over to Sol. Azela. And then our star base may now actually be decent enough to rival the Enclave, especially if we put some defenses on it. What's kind of some defense platforms. What's kind of funny, actually, is if we ended up choosing to fight the Enclave, we might be in a position where the two star bases fight each other because the curators won't actually come out. They won't have their own ships. Anyway, I'm just going to hit upgrade on everything until we're out of alloys. Oh, this one won't work. The starbase is disabled. I guess it's because it's in some of the new branded territories that we claimed, and it's disabled for now. It will rebuild in about a year. This one's disabled still. This one here we can upgrade. This one could actually put some buildings on as well. Where are we located? This is on the doorstep of the brand. So let's put some damage on there. And it's a disruption field. Maybe communications jammer. We'll see. Right, so we've got our eye on all of these. Very good. We can hit upgrade on this fleet as well. We can hit upgrade on this fleet. We can hit upgrade, which will also simultaneously repair this fleet. That was actually our patrol. Whatever. Actually, no. Well, how do I go back on that? How do I decide to return to what they were doing already? I'm not sure. They're just going to sit about now because I cancelled their orders. It's kind of frustrating. That's all right, though. Look, they're starting here. What we'll do is we'll just hit patrol. And we will tell them to patrol all the way down to here. Beautiful. I could even split them. And deselect those guys. So these guys are moving, but these guys are not. And we can get them to patrol up here. To Eco-Chromia. And hopefully the colony development can go well over there as well. Our Federation fleet, filled with Jotun Yeti-class ship vessels and so on. Can just chill out over there. That's not a big deal. By the way, I think who the Federation leader is can change. And they can be in control of that later if they'd like. We have the matter of the Ascension perk. Now, I want to be clear with you guys. There are 3 Ascension Paths in Stellaris. You can't do them all in one playthrough. You might choose to not do any of them. I don't really know whether I want to ascend in any way. I don't think that we should necessarily synthetically ascend and become robots and stuff. We haven't really done anything with those elements of the game, so it's probably not a big deal. But I might like to look into mega structures, which would be quite fun. A lot of that stuff will unlock as soon as we have some terraforming technologies complete. And if we have a look at our text screen here, I think, well, in a minute you'll see we do have some terraforming opportunities coming up. In fact, what did we just finish? Yeah, here. Terraforming gases we can now mine, and they will increase our terraforming speed with the edict, and the feature to terraform is now available. So let's have a look at this. Remember this desert world? Well, not the desert world. This tomb world over here. We now have the opportunity to click terraform down here.
Ship upgrades,
and you'll see for a massive cost, we can take it from a tomb world into a continental world, and so on. Now, the cost can change based on like how similar the worlds are to other types. This is really, really, really pricey and really, really, really difficult because it's a tomb world. It's the worst kind of world. And not only would it be very expensive, but we actually need even better terraforming tech to be able to accomplish this. As you can see, we need this thing called climate restoration. So we'll wait until we get climate restoration, and then we can go a bit further. And so you can actually change the classification of the planets around you. And as our borders get very tight and we can't really fight other people, we might like to just change a lot of these planets around into suitable places for us. Another option for us is to build mini space stations. I say mini, they're not really mini, but things called habitats, and the habitats will allow us to live in space itself. And in fact, the new update has a thing that means your civilization can start in space. You're not even planetary bound. You're like the Quarians from Mass Effect or whatever. Pretty cool. Right, so anyway, the science ships have all researched everything they need to. We can just tell these guys to assist research, say, at... No, not at Broken Gods. We can't do that yet. What about at Brand's Resistance, maybe? Anybody assisting these guys? They don't really even have any research going on there, though, so I don't know. We'll see about these ships and what we want to do with them. Realistically, there's not much going on. We could just put them on automatic... okay, so they want to automatically explore, but there's nothing they can do. Let's do this. Experimental subspace. Exploration. Directly navigate to this place, please. And off they go. And you? Oh, and you can't do it if you're evasive. You? Automatically get over there if you can. So they've both gone missing in action, and they won't reappear for several days or even months. We can reactivate our relic for 150 influence, the last battle. So let's do that. We could maybe deal with some more of these. Celebrate our diversity. We only have 59. Let's do this. The Secrets of the Battle. Issue a special project to delve into the secrets of the battle. I don't know what that does. It costs 50. Let's see. Situation. We'll research it in 7 months. Our scientists will carefully sift through all the data we've collected, seeking to add knowledge of the battle to our own. I don't know what this will do. I really don't. I've never done this, like I say, so that'll be quite interesting.
Applied.
Let's see what else we had. We had this special project here. We could dismantle the equipment on that terraforming place where the Silvari are living. I think, I don't know, it's where the script were living. Or we can resume their process. I think, let's resume it and just see what happens, yeah? I mean, we never know. You never know. It might be fun.
War has erupted.
Ooh, some people have gone to war. The Sea of Sorrows. Deep Sea Dragon is going after the Yangshu. I don't think the Deep Sea Dragons had a good run this time. Monthly trade price became too high, so we're not buying these resources anymore. But we're doing okay. We're actually producing our own now, so that's very good. We could even start selling them one day, and that's helped with a lot of our money issues that we were having. What else was in the situation log before we start spamming forward with the time? The Mysteries of the Universe. These are the big creatures that we haven't managed to kill. The Rubricator, that's the dragon. The L Cluster, we've only found 1 of 7. Now, what was going on here? Oh, yeah, hold on. There is stuff for our... Ah, damn it. I've just sent them away, though. There is... Oh, we got loads of science ships, to be fair. There is stuff for our science ships to do. Because there's new, archaeology sites. Like, what about this one over here? We never dealt with this. the asteroid blast door. The Choya never got it in the end. So, yeah, there was a collision within a small asteroid that revealed there was something inside. So, we can figure out that little mystery there. And I think in the situation log, there's this, the popular rock. Wherever this was. That was over there as well. So, yeah, we can deal with that. The Magum system, I feel like it's like a special system with something important going on, but I can't remember what.
Construction
Each system name in the game, by the way, guys, is kind of, a lot of them are references to things. Mostly sci-fi stuff, but sometimes just silly, weird things. Like if you remember President Trump's tweet, Kofifi, that one time, like a couple of years ago, the Stellaris devs made it possible to find a system in the galaxy called Kofifi. And in fact, if I go to the galaxy map, I think there's a way we can search for individual systems. You can type them in. And we might be able to find it spawn. They're not guaranteed to spawn every time, but yeah. Like over here, search. If I type coffee... No, it's not there. But yeah, so you can type in, say, central transfer chamber, and if you hit that, it will take you straight there, right? Very useful. You type Sol, hit enter, it will take you to Sol. Is there a hotkey to trigger that? There is. There's F. So yeah, if I was a little bit better at the game, I could just pop around wherever I like real quick. There's so many like little commands and things. Anyway, let's see it. Secrets of the Baul. By carefully tracking the changes that they underwent during their loss of sentience, we've gained much knowledge on how to reverse the process. We've also gained new insights into the spread of plant life and improved our terraforming processes. So interesting. Christian now has the expertise in biology, and he could do research for us in that. We've gained a new technology, epigenetic genetic triggers, and the Empire is cheaper at terraforming.
Research concluded.
Which is pretty cool. Now, what's this? Oh, uplifting. Hey, that's pretty cool. Okay, so you can see a monkey in a suit. This is of the biology tree. Advanced DNA methylation techniques allow for functionally significant alterations to be made to arbitrary genomes. Basically, if we were so inclined and we had found some primitives, and there have been barely any primitives in this playthrough, if we had found some, we could uplift them to the galactic stage. In fact, there's some already over here, but the ogres took control of them, so whatever. I really feel like I should build up a starbase here. This is going to be the next big front, possibly. We'll see. We probably won't have to grind through everyone if we can just make peace with these guys. And in fact, by mutually rivaling all the various Elder Dragons, we can make a lot of friends. So let's do that. I'm going to declare the Death and Shadow as a rival. That will give us some influence. I'm going to declare the Fire and Conflagration as a rival. Now, you can only do so many, by the way. This means that they can attack us if they want. I will declare these guys as a rival. And Sea of Sorrows will leave for now. And the Entangling Vines. So anyone that these guys are oppressing. I might not be able to declare any more rivals. Let's see. Yeah, I can only have 3. Well, hold on. Let's get rid of our rivalry with the brand. Oh, I guess I can't anymore. I guess it ended because they're pathetic now. So whatever. Anyway, that will make us some friends. Whoever is oppressing the most... I mean, I probably should have done Morgemoth because it does oppress all these different people. Meanwhile, these two not so much. I think we're okay though. I think that's fine. Okay. We've got our armies. We can get a new general in there as well. Army upkeep. Oh, we don't really have enough money for that right now. It's okay. We're in the positives. We've got +6 on some of these. -3 on the rare crystals. That's fine. And let's just see where our empire goes. Now that the AI is going to be controlling so many of our things, it should be pretty efficient and pretty clean about building forwards. If I just give them access to my whole stockpile, I'd be really, really happy with that. Let's see. If I go back to the sector manager, planets and sectors.
Construction completed.
So I could just... Okay, I see what this is. This is a global stockpile for everyone. So I can give specific resources to specific places. Or I could just go crazy with it. What's this? Trade deal offer. Please accept this as a gift, as a token of elemental goodwill. But you're a Totalian thraldom. Interesting. Very interesting. You're giving me minerals and energy. Huh, what's their game? I want to hate them. They were fighting the Skrit and everything, but they've been nice to us. Huh. Yeah, alright, okay, fine. Let's just remove these now. And just see where we end up. I think we'll be okay. So, one of our governors died. He was very old, 103 years old. That's pretty nuts, really. Just want to make sure everybody actually has a governor here, which they do. Look at all the populations living here at Broken Gods. I love this. That's awesome. Oh, that's very cool. All right. So yeah, let's keep going. Now, the agri-world is very low on amenities. We're starting to get lots of consumer goods, so I'm going to swap this civilian fabricator. Over to, let's see, luxury residences. Lots of people to live in. High amenities there. That actually alone would not be enough amenities to fix this. The commercial zones, however, would give us clerks, and each clerk gives us amenities, so that one's going to be very good. That should deal with all the amenities that they need. So yeah, like, everyone needs food and consumer goods, and on a planet, you need housing and amenities, right? So there's like two infrastructure-oriented ones, two currency-oriented ones that you really need to have your populations be happy. Now, the thing is, if you are, if you're like space communists, or if you're a hive mind, or if you're robots, sometimes you don't need that stuff at all. Like, hive minds don't need any creature comforts at all. Literally, they don't even play with consumer goods, I'm pretty sure. So, they don't have to worry about that with their economies. But then, they're locked out of diplomacy and other stuff. Right, what did we just learn?
Construction
Physics research.
completed.
I'll get more research as well. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I am going to shut up for a second, and I'm going to keep playing. I will cut in major events over the next several years. And we will see where we end up. I'm going to make sure that our planets are feeling good. You guys don't need to watch me micromanaging that anymore. When I'm next able to attack the brand, we will go for that. I will tell you any kind of big stories that occur. Like if someone gets destroyed by these swarms, I'll let you know. But we really need to make some friends. And that's what I'm going to be working on here. You see, most people really like us now. The point is, I've got to get them on my side while they're not at war. And in fact, I mean, maybe I should work with these dudes. So I'll give a think about that, and I'll see you all very soon. I'll tell you who we've managed to open diplomacy with. Damn, okay, well, here's something in the first few seconds. The Asura I could get on, but they will not associate with the Jotun. I don't know why they won't associate with the Jotun, but they will not associate with the Jotun. All right, okay, so I was just looking at the Dredge here, but the Dredge themselves are a vassal to the Asura. So since the Asura don't want to associate with the Jotun, then the Dredge aren't allowed to either, which is a shame. Meanwhile, this special project did just finish. The terraforming thing, we hit the button. The aborted processes has been completed with horrific results. What? Whatever alien life forms designed the equipment, their physiology was radically different from ours. The moon has been modified with an ozone-depleted stratosphere to support life requiring high levels of ultraviolet radiation. Millions of colonists have suffered gruesome deaths as a result. No! Oh no! Oh, I'm so sorry. It's the Skrit and the Asura. Oh, this is a disaster.
Construction completed.
Wow. I knew I shouldn't have done that. Well, bye-bye. I like how the little lights are on in there still. For now, they'll go out, I'm sure. Oh, man, that's now 2 tomb worlds here. We should have known. Both of them are tomb worlds now. It's a tomb world moon, or but maybe they did it here successfully and then they abandoned it at the moon when they realized the same thing would happen. Oh, I should have known. Well, one less thing for one of my governors to do. Abaddon's Chosen has declared the Asura as their rivals. So do you guys want to... Oh, no, I don't want to become your vassal. Are you serious? I was going to offer you protectorate status. See, they would be happy to do that, but they're neutral. We need to get people to like us more. All right, well, next technology right here. I'm going to go for more just output generic stuff for now. And then we'll look at more special technologies in a few months. See you guys there. These guys want to give me a gift again in the interest of continued friendship. All right, I like you. All right, I'll help you out. Will you be in my federation? They won't associate. They won't associate! Well, I'll do what I can for you guys. Let's form a research agreement. Maybe it's just them trying to manipulate me in the same way that Verata would manipulate anyone. What is this? A null void beam. By harnessing the entropic nature of the null void, this beam can actually destroy energy. 400% shield damage. Wow. I've never seen this before. Where's that come from? Is that because of the artifacts we were dealing with? I mean, I like it. It's cheap as well. 3 months. Okay, so now, over on the relic world, we do have a new type of building. I'm just making sure we've got some stuff here. So these are mote harvesting taps. These intricate facilities trap volatile motes within energy fields, funneling them into spherical containment zones below ground where they can be stabilized and harvested. So, or harnessed, sorry. So if you check it out, on the planet's surface here, one of these places actually is giving us the potential to get these motes, I think, somewhere. So I can build that here, and I'd love to do it. So we're gonna create that because otherwise we're gonna be running out of those. Otherwise, not too much has happened. I could get some gas extraction wells here as well. Take a lot of people to work in all these jobs. You can see that there's already 12 available. So people have, you know, they've got a lot to do. We've got to get a lot of people. Oh, okay. 2 things just happened here. First of all, mining station, very nice. But look at this. Wait. Timeout, 139 days left. The Giant's Philosopher Polity wishes to give the United Legion of the Khan-Er association status with the Federation. So I'm going to say yes. I want as many people here as possible. So we want the Char to be allies. They will happily make the Char allies. I guess the Char and the Jotun were good friends. I'm going to vote yes on that. And as such, here we go. The United Legions of the Khan-Er were given association status.
Erupted.
So we wish for closer relations. The fire... Okay, the elemental thraldom is now under attack by... Primordus, it looks like. That's not good. How are they going to get there, though? Maybe they don't care. Maybe they're already at war with the others. So, these guys just gave me a bunch of gifts. Do I want to help them out? They live on the same kind of world as me. They were being nice to me. The human mind and the elemental mind complement each other. Our intellectual efforts will be greater than the sum of their parts. Their fleet is equivalent to mine, but I haven't been building mine yet. How are they going to defend themselves from an elder dragon? Mutual rivals plus 100. Should I give them a handout? What? I don't really have enough to give them. I'm really sorry. I just don't at the moment. We'll see how they do. I feel really bad. I let someone die that was just giving me a gift. Oh, they live so close to us as well. I don't know. Good luck, dude. I mean, he's surrounded by dragons. That is the situation that they're now in. They are surrounded by dragons. You've made quite an impression on the Primarch human. Yeah, all right. Look, I was saving these for myself, but you can have 2,000 alloys. Build some good ships with that, and good luck. In the meanwhile, let's see what else. I mean, if they didn't have a problem with the Jotun, I could have brought them into my federation right then and there. And we could have done something with them. But as it stands, they weren't willing to. All right, let's learn about battleships now. So this was something I wanted to do. There's so many cool engineering things. Habitats are there as well. I haven't done this for a little while, so let's look at our fleets. Okay, not our fleets. Completed. Our ship designer. Because I haven't really talked to you guys. We started at corvettes, okay, which was one system. You could have missile boats, interceptors, picket ships. There were destroyers, 2 sections. Cruisers, which is what we fought the last war with. Look at these, 3 sections, okay? And our newest version have these void beams on them. That's pretty cool, all right? And you can see that we've got gravitic sensors now, T2 sensors, increasing our accuracy and so on. Antimatter reactors. We're getting a lot more components on these. I'm still just using the auto builder for now. Medium shields are there. Shield capacitors increasing their strength. Now, check this out. There is going to be a new ship we'll get in a second. They are battleships. And they are like, of the main like fleet ships, they're like big ones. There are 2 over that are very big and very special. Those are the kinds of ships that can destroy planets and like are really limited. We'll see whether we can get those as we go forward. I mean, certainly the dragons will be getting those, and we should work on them too. But I just wanted you guys to have a good idea of what we've been building and why and since when. So anyway, I'll see you guys soon. We'll just keep progressing here. Once we get a fleet of battleships going, I think I'll take the fight to the Grand Dragon. Picking up positronic AI here for... Actually, no, let's get these plasma throwers that we learned about from the Branded a while ago. They'll just be done soon. I don't think these components will be that good. They're weapons that eject destructive balls of high energy plasma at targets, and the projectiles are extremely effective at eating through ship armor. So we've been dealing with a lot of stuff that's good against shields. This is good against armor. Okay, Tengu refugees arrive. They've settled on Earth. They're fleeing from the Deep Sea Dragon. They're welcome.
Research concluded.
Oh, here we go. So, a minute ago, we invited the Char into our... to have association status with the Federation. We can now invite them fully into it. And I'm going to say yes. So, there you go. We'll stand united against our enemies. Hopefully, they don't drag us into too many rough conflicts. Strength through Conquest Coalition. Well, we'll ignore those guys for now. Okay, we got more resources from jobs. Let's expand our fleet limit. So, cool. We have unified with the Char. I like this. And they don't look too weak either, so you can see all their blue ships over here. For some reason, they didn't go to Sinistra. By the way, how are we doing here? Looks like the amoebas have been killed. But we can't really do anything about that for now. My god. There's like a branch of the galaxy down here. Someone could be living, but I don't know whether they really are. The Angchu stopped guaranteeing the dependence of Abaddon's chosen. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'll see you all soon. Oh, by the way, here we go. Check it out. This is what the fortress looks like. Really, really ridiculous, right? And it will become a citadel at the next tier once we have the technology. Okay, we get the new tradition, Master Shipwrights. The ever-increasing scope of our shipbuilding programs has led to creations of highly skilled and efficient labor forces at our shipyards. Methods have continually been refined, and the time it takes to go from hull plating to a completed starship is now shorter than ever before. Cool. Okay, the Char would like to spread our populations. That's fine. They also wanted a research agreement, which we did a minute ago. Wow, that sound effect was so long. Okay, the asteroid blast door, the excavation has started. A very large structure of some kind occupies most of the interior of the asteroid. The blast door, which once served as this structure's only entrance, still can't be opened, but a passage has been dug from the other side of the asteroid. Drills have so far been unable to penetrate the thick outer walls of the structure, but this method seems to afford the best chance of gaining access. Despite their age, the blast doors have proven nearly invulnerable. The Coden want a commercial pact. You're welcome to it. Alright, mere moments later, I think this must be an early game one. A hole has finally been drilled through the outer walls of the structure inside the asteroid. The interior is a vast command center or bunker of some sort, littered with the decayed remains of thousands of dead aliens. Sifting through all this to gain a clearer picture of what exactly was going on inside this asteroid will take a considerable time. My god, Morgemoth's space is so nuts. And so Zaitan's. These dudes, Fire v Ice, seems to have, like, cancelled each other out to a certain extent. The Elementals want to come live here and want us to go live with them. Fine. The more the better. The Stone Summit have opened their borders. Over time, they'll all come to want to be in the Federation, I'm sure. And in fact, if the Char and the Jotuns start making those, you know, proposing those new allies for us, that would be even better. Okay, so about now as well, we're going to be able to defeat Kralkatorrik in about a year and a half. So I'm going to start building up. Now, this station here doesn't actually need to be some, you know, super badass defense platform anymore. It's no longer the front lines. The front lines are now further in. So what I've done is I've recalibrated this to start giving us more anchorages, and it's got 2 shipyards on it. So what I'm going to do, as soon as we get battleship technology, we'll start building some more of those. In the meantime, I'll go with a couple of cruisers. 1, 2, 3, 4 cruisers. You'll see we've got tons of alloys. We're still okay. I'll go with maybe 4 destroyers. And I'll go with maybe 10 corvettes, okay? I like mixed fleets. One of the best ways to play the game is actually just to spam out the top tier one against AI anyway. In multiplayer, I think you can do more mixed stuff. What you can do as well is you can spam out your biggest ship in a big, slow-moving fleet. The large cruisers take longer to move around. And you can have, and take longer to go into jumps and stuff. And you can have a corvette fleet that is all about evasion. And, you know, they can hold up forces and they can do quick skirmishes. So you can kind of have the 2 fleet idea. I might do that as we go forward. So somebody just closed their borders to me. The Quaggan did. The Verona System Alliance. We've allowed you to move freely in our territory too long. We did over the dollar line. What do you mean? Why don't they like me? Allied to rivals. Well, look, I'm sorry if my friends are bastards, but to be honest with you, I'm just in it for taking out the dragons. I'm really sorry. They like me a lot, but... And we have mutual threats. You'll see in the long term that you should have stuck with me. More fleet command limit. This doesn't really matter. We're going for lots of small, big ships. Let's go with this instead. Society research. Repeatable. Over here, positronic AI. Let's pick up research speed and general speeds. Look at this, by the way. We're up to 40% now on a lot of this stuff. Pretty good. And while I was talking there, we got inside. The asteroid once served. Oh, my God. Okay, we got a new trait. The asteroid once served as the hidden capital of a relatively large interstellar empire that dominated this section of the galaxy several thousand years ago. From this fortified command center, the ruling elite, along with thousands of military and civilian officials, administered the empire while they're safe from the violent reprisals their harsh policies often inspired. Contact with the rest of their empire seems to have been handled exclusively through encrypted subspace transmissions and a single freighter which made periodic visits to resupply the base and transfer personnel. Yeah, that is remarkable. That's crazy. A new war. The Quaggan have declared war on one of the new civilizations. The bastards. The Quaggan here are not playing very nice. I'll tell you that much. So what I'm going to do here as well, by the way, if we're doing our anchorages here, what I'm going to do is... Sorry, hold on. This was becoming a shipyard, right? Yeah, we have 2 shipyards. What I will do is also build... where is it? It's the crew quarters? No, that's the ship upkeep. Do I already have one? A think tank, a communications jammer. That's not what we want. Maybe that's up here. No, those are trade hubs. Do we not have, did we not collect the thing that means that the new ships we get start with some experience? I guess not. I remember talking to you guys about it, but maybe we didn't actually unlock it. Maybe we picked a different tech. Oh well, never mind. Wow, that sounded ominous. From what can be pieced together, it appears that the resupply freighter collided with the asteroid due to a thruster malfunction. The resulting explosion damaged the blast doors and destroyed the asteroid's subspace transmitter, permanently severing all contact with the outside world. Trapped and with no hope of rescue, the asteroid's inhabitants slowly succumbed to starvation or suicide. The last logs of their single surviving subspace receiver confirms that their empire, suddenly bereft of its capital, descended into civil war and anarchy. 50 minor artifacts. Wow. And there you go. That's the survey completely dealt with. Nice. Pretty simple little one. And then we've got this archaeological site. This is the last one, guys. This popular rock. There's something going on. That's all we know. And we can go over there and figure it out. I guess it would be all right if we spent some more of this stuff here.
Construction completed.
Let's find a new peaceful application. So we could once again maybe work on management insights, increasing our trust and all that kind of stuff with other people. It's good.
Construction completed.
Oh, wow. Look at this. The experiment has gone on long enough. Our migration treaty has turned out to be a serious mistake and will be cancelled with immediate effect. Jesus. By the way, that's not the only way that the golems can look. There is another form of golem. I guess maybe they've died out. But they look better than those ones. Those are like the GW1 golems. All right, so anyway, we should be fine with that. It's not like I was really reliant on them. There are some newly habitable planets, though. Desert worlds. Apparently, we got a couple of ghosts came to the Empire. I don't know how that's possible. Oh, no, I do know how that's possible. They're not a hive mind. They're just bastards. These ones have defected somehow. I mean, there's a whole story in that. Here, these guys, I mean, the ghosts are happiest on the desert world.
Construction complete.
So let's do it. Let's put some ghosts of the faux fire on the desert world of Magum. All right, I'm thinking I'm going to pick another Ascension perk here because I don't know when we'll get more technologies. This one's pretty fun as well, Mastery of Nature. So check this out. Although we mastered the nature of our homeworld long ago, the alien biomes we have since encountered present new challenges. They too shall be overcome. So what this does is it gives us a new decision on all of our planets that permanently increases the planet's number of districts by 2. So here, let me show you this. And all of the tile blockers that we need to clear out get cheaper as well. So let's go to all you can eat, okay? All you can eat is full and there's nothing else going on. But I can now make the decision to do Mastery of Nature. It costs me 100 influence, 2,000 energy credits. But once this is done in a year, I can add more districts.
Research concluded.
I don't know what kinds of districts they'll be. Hopefully they will be agriculture ones. But it should be pretty cool. And yeah, we'll make sure that we have all the blockers cleared in these various places as well. I think most of them are. There it is, the battleship. The largest of the standard military vessels, battleships are traditionally heavily armored and support several gun batteries. So battleships are like the main ship type. What's really cool here is we got both of these. I will increase their hull points. And battleships are really good for deploying strike craft and stuff like that. So let me check there. And by the way, your star bases can deploy strike craft too. So let me show you guys in the ship designer what they look like. And let's queue up some more construction. I guess these are corvettes. Let's check it out. Battleship. I'm gonna do our version. They're the Xerxes class. I'll just create as many as possible until we're out of alloys. They cost a huge amount of alloys. But look at these things. Ship designer. There's an ethics shift among the Norn who have become even more xenophilic, which is cool. That's when people are embracing their factions, by the way. So here, check it out. Battleship. Wait, is this the battleship? Yeah. So cruiser was here. So corvette, destroyer, cruiser, battleship. So much bigger. And we're using X-rays, large X-rays on it. That's the default design. We have antimatter reactors. By the way, I saw a positronic reactor a second ago. Hyperdrive 2, I think we're researching Hyperdrive 3 right now. And we can put an artillery computer or a line one. So a line one, it will advance to medium range and hold formation. Or this one, it will stay really far away. The idea is the battleships will siege from further away. Cruisers will move a bit closer. Destroyers a bit more so. Now, tons of corvettes can swarm around the bow of a battleship and do a lot of damage and be quite dangerous. So there's actually such a thing as a torp corvette. I believe they're called torp vets. But basically, you kit out your corvettes with tons of torpedoes. I don't actually know whether we've got those. But with those, they're like a special kind of class of corvette that's very, very good at fighting. There's all kinds of metas and interesting things you can do with this stuff that I'm a bit of a noob with, to be honest. So maybe for later series and later days. But yeah, so cool. We've got battleships, and we will spam those out and start going up to our naval capacity of 200. And with a fleet of battleships near 200, believe me, and an economy like this, we're probably gonna be able to kill these monsters by the end of the episode. The Angju wish to migrate. Welcome. Everyone's gonna come here now. Everyone. We just need to be careful and make sure that our ethics don't shift too much. We've picked a lot of things that should mean that our ethics don't shift too much. So I'll be all right with that. But we do have to make sure. In fact, let's go have a look at our factions right now. Here we are, factions. There's no F hotkey for that. So most of our populations believe in the rights of aliens. So we're all about that egalitarianism and, you know, non-discrimination. There are some people, nobody approves of this, really. The Defense First League. I mean, everyone's coming here because they know that we're strong, and a lot of these other empires are not strong. The Human Purity movement is becoming pathetically small. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to manage and I'm going to promote this faction, which will make them happy. But it will cost us influence, but it's okay because we're rivaling so many people that the influence, you know, we're getting a lot of influence here as we play through. Probably spend some more edicts, actually. Ah, our science ships have appeared. Nice, north of the Choya. So why are they not expanding up here? I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. But we can definitely start surveying now. We can just put them on automatic exploration. And this person. And they'll just find what they find. We could, in theory, expand all the way up here and make this one giant sector. I probably wouldn't make you guys watch me building that out. We could do it.
Construction completed.
This is like the last area of the galaxy that is a great mystery to us. Oh, okay. Hold on. What are they trying to do here? The United Legion of the Khan-Ur wishes to declare war against the Quaggan. And they're waging war because they want to humiliate them. The Jotun have voted yes. They have voted yes. I can choose to vote. I'm going to say no. I am not interested in a war humiliating the Quaggan. If that goes through, though, I will be at war with them. And, I mean, they're so far away. What are you guys doing? Like, Jesus. You don't want to deal... Oh, my God. What happened here as well, by the way? Sorry. I thought that the Sea of Sorrows was, like, nothing. They're biting back. They're growing. Oh dear, I haven't seen that. One thing, and this isn't looking good either. In fact, are the dredge still alive? Where are the dredge? Oh, didn't it say they got destroyed earlier, maybe? Yeah, one thing people like to do is time lapses, and you just see the Empire borders shifting as all those wars take place elsewhere. All right, they broke that treaty. You're in a federation with me, though, so shush. All right, let's keep going. So here we go. Chemical plants. This is another new type of building. Chemists will turn our minerals into volatile motes. We can produce our own. It will take 10 minerals, and you'll only get 2 motes out of them, but they are rare materials, so we can do that. So we now get to trap the motes, and we can just create some. This is how you can see this world is starting to become more of like a refinery world as we get chemists and stuff dealing with these jobs. Now, we've just found some kind of alien life at this black hole. Now let's see, what is this kind of alien life here? Interesting. I've got to be careful because they will attack probably. As you can see, they look a bit nuts. We'll be able to research them in 1 month because we're getting late now. So phantoms, these are some more of the space creatures. And you can see they're just made out of pure energy. And this whole system looks like a wreck and looks pretty dangerous to me. And I would be very cautious if I were this science ship to go there. So I'm actually going to change his fleet stance back to evasive, and he should avoid that. By the way, another thing we can do is we can click the black hole system and we can say we do not want any of our fleets ever going here. Now, how do I stop that from happening? Let's say I've got a ton of fleets and they're all set to passive or something, so they won't actively avoid engagements. How do I make sure they don't go through here? What if it's a really big, complicated war and I want them to avoid a capital? Well, down here you can see that this black hole is giving us lower chance to disengage and lower chance to do emergency FTL jumps, okay? So if we try to do an emergency, if we get into a fight by a black hole, it won't take us 1 year to do an emergency jump. It will take us 2 years before we can get out. So fights in black holes are difficult to escape from, and you're kind of screwed. I actually like black holes as choke points more than I like most other types of systems. Anyway, there's this button here, system restricted. If we click this, you see it will get hashed out. It will appear written in red down here, and none of my ships will go there. We can say, okay, that's a dangerous place. Don't touch it. And that's exactly what they'll do as they automatically explore now and continue along. I wonder what else they'll find. I wonder if this is why the Choya didn't like to come here, and why don't the Norn come down here?
Construction completed.
I really want the Norn in my
Federation. The special project has concluded.
But they're always at war. You can have my research if you want. Here we go, the void clouds. We researched them pretty much instantly. An investigation into a peculiar cluster of debris and space dust has yielded surprising results. It's a particular cloud bristling with a powerful charge of unknown origin that has no business exhibiting simple reflexive actions, let alone movements with purpose, and yet it does. There is something undeniably ominous about the hazy subject, the relayed video feeds. Perhaps there are things in the universe we should not tangle with. Let us watch but not interfere with it.
Situation
so we get a special project. The cloud study will be done equally as fast, but we do know a little bit more about these now. Can I look at their ship designs yet? I guess not. There you go. So effluvial offspring and void clouds. That's what these things are. And they're pretty strong as well, you know, but these are like early game things. All right, the Norn are happy to deal with that. So in 3 months, we'll see what is happening there. Looks like there was a planet here as well, not a very big one. Oh, wow. End of the summit slaving pens. Oh, this is going to get very bad. This... how do I fight that? They've got too much territory now. Look at how big they are. All I can bank on is that they're going to fight one another. The Stone Summit are dead. Oh, no. These two will probably fight over this little area of the galaxy here too. What about the wormholes too? I did say I was going to explore those. Oh, no. We are one of the only people that's going to have a chance here, I think. I'm so annoyed that these guys have grown. Declared. They looked pathetic before. Let's at least kill one of them. Let's at least kill the branded. It's a 300-year campaign, and we're almost... we've done 85 of them. I can't believe this has only been 85 years, by the way. Like, a lot has happened here. Right, yes. Norn, I get it. Oh, there you go. Death and Shadow declared war on fire and conflagration. I never showed you guys, by the way, as well, what it looks like to talk to them in the central transfer chamber. It's pretty cool, isn't it? I think so, anyway. So they are currently at war with the elementals, gorging them. The defenders are twice as exhausted as they are.
Construction
And they just had a
completed.
new battle broke out.
Construction
That was the one
completed.
dragon that I hadn't shown you guys yet. Oh, here we go. The Void Clouds are, as far as human researchers can tell, among the oldest entities in the universe. They seem to have originated just a scant few billion years after matter as we know it first appeared. The tremendous forces of the young cosmos making something out of nothing. They would have been stars once, but were not. Explaining their apparent animal intelligence is more difficult, but the answer might lie in the abnormally strong electromagnetic fields that keep them together, another product of their primordial beginnings. It is not inconceivable that, given enough time, the circulation of its strange stardust and gravitic fields aligned in a flexible approximation of neural pathways. Moreover, the clouds seem to be receiving impulses from one another, if not outright communicating, light years apart. Quantum entanglement is suspected to play a role in this phenomenon. So we can say they will not stand in our way and get extra damage against them, or humbling. And we will get the modifier void loop, which means that we'll forever be better at physics research. Let's do that. Humbling. I like that idea.
Construction completed.
So there you have it. Can I examine them now? I guess not. Maybe we have to actually get into the system to truly do that. Maybe. It's a Void Cloud Shab, it says. S-H-A-B. Can you see that? And these are just entity class Void Clouds. Well, they have it. It looks like an intriguing system, I'll tell you that much. 0-point reactors. One of the top types of reactor. The Char want blood from the Choya, which somewhat makes sense, I guess. Oh, maybe the reason that the Choya never expanded is this. Maybe it's that, you know, they never had a route. The Jotun probably closed their borders, and they took this one system and locked them off. So they did take some stuff, but how can they get up there? That is why the Choya never expanded, and I locked them off down here. Poor bastards. So there we go. The battleships are arriving. You can see them right here. What a lovely fleet. Oh, one of our scientists just died. I like how our mushroom friend is still here. Let's go that guy. He's maniacal. Sorry to... Oh, that was Christian Antonelli. Oh, man, he was awesome. Well, anyway, there you go. So we're getting a hell of a fleet here.
Key to the universe.
All right, hold on then. I think, yeah, time is enough has passed now. We can declare war on the brand. They're very hostile, but they're also still pathetic. So let's do it. The attackers will be all three of us at once, and our war goal is to end threat, a war of containment. And this is it. I don't know how the others will vote.
This is a declaration of war.
I think they agreed. Come to us, humans. We will devour you all. Yeah, let's see you try. I'm going to bring this 4K fleet right down your throat right now, and I'm going to send my armies there too. I'll see you guys in a second when we're bombarding them, or if they mount any kind of resistance, but I don't think that they will. A fleet of Norn fleeing from the Sea of Sorrows have arrived on Broken
Research
Gods.
concluded.
Over here. Oh, wait, sorry, is this new? No. Wait, we've started this. Hold on. By chasing weak energy trails, most likely left by spacefaring vessels, one particular asteroid in this cluster was singled out. Closer inspection of the asteroid's surface asserted the theory of prior space traffic, as multiple signs of landing and takeoff was found on the rocky exterior. Sensors also indicate hollowed out areas and tunnels within the asteroid, and the next step is to initiate an excavation to find out more. Just keep giving me those artifacts. So let's see our battleships in motion here. Look at this. There's just 3 of them. Look at this. Just 3 battleships. And they're worth 1,000 all on their own. We have some aliens that I don't even know who they are. Utablaun from the Sea of Sorrows. They're settling. I think the deep sea dragon has got angry and has started to move. That's what I think has happened here. Look at how cool these guys are. They're waiting in the back from our main fleet, which is 5,600 over here. We would now be strong enough to take on Enclave, do whatever we wanted, really. God, I love this cool blue, this cool, like, good guy color, the blue color. Look, you guys already said that you wanted a migration treaty, and then you said no. I mean, I'll do it anyway because I'm a sucker, but hey. All right, well, you got Kraukatoric. I don't think they would have been able to build anything up. Nope, I think this is it for them. Here you go, look, we got a little bit more missiles and things going on now. You can see different kinds of weapons.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
That ship just got shot out there. That is a destroyed ship under my cursor there.
We are being
when things are moving fast and they get destroyed, you do see they get just launched away.
Construction completed.
Okay, they just disengaged. It's cool to know that this fight is being fully simulated right here, right now. And let's learn how to get rid of selective defoliants. What kind of tile blocker is this? Dense jungles. Cool. Savaria will appreciate that. Okay, we're going to go bombard Kralkatorrik. And I'm going to set my bombardment stance to indiscriminate for heavy damage. And we should have a transport fleet on the way here in just a moment. Meanwhile, this 1K fleet...
Construction completed.
Let's do this, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm holding shift and I'm just sending them to all of the systems right now. So I don't manually have to do that. I'm confident that these 3 battleships are big and badass enough that they will take every starbase Kralkatorrik owns. Every single one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my transport fleets travel around in a similar way.
Research concluded.
All the while, their capital's being bombarded and their populations are being killed. The last 11 populations will not die. They'll be able to hide and keep themselves safe. But in the meantime, we will just destroy everything they need. Look, their drones are becoming unemployed. We've got a lot of them to take out. But it's all right, because we'll wait until their armies get it. Look at all these buildings. This is how high their population is. They've maxed their buildings out. Unbelievable. Right, here you go, climate restoration. By advancing our understanding of the atmospheric transformation, we'll be able to terraform even the most ecologically devastated worlds. So we could bring back that world that we had destroyed before. Or we could do planetary resurfacing. I think this one gives us a new Ascension perk option. So I'll do that one first. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, I think we're okay. Now, we fire a little bit slowly here, so I don't know how well the transport fleets will get away from us. They should be okay. I can't imagine that they'll be able to sustain. And I think this is not really a war. This is just cleanup. Oh, by the way, the Starborn Glory Seekers were just given association status by our Federation. I didn't even realize. But they asked me to vote on that, and I missed it. But yeah, we are adding in the Norn. Looks like the Norn are joining us with the Char. Look at how cool this is. Nice. Oh, we got a Coden General coming in. These guys are going to attack Kralkatorrik. I mean, there's not many of them, honestly, I must say. How strong are the defenses on the ground where Kralkatorrik sleeps? They're pretty strong, but they're being bombarded well enough that they're losing health and their garrison's going down. I think the Coden can do it. I think we'll be all right. Next, War Games. This is actually just in time. Fleet command limit goes up. Admiral cap goes up. A strong war game tradition has taken root among the senior officers of our fleets. Whether the games be computer simulations or actual exercises in space, this has encouraged our admirals to think outside the box, resulting in numerous tactical innovations and new strategies. Well, that's a reference to a franchise. I can't remember what it is. Someone can tell me in the comments. I'm sure you guys remember. Let's see now. Earth has got some buildings. Oh, the Norn refused. They closed their association status. Is this a sign of hostilities to come? I don't think so. It shouldn't be. I would hope not, anyway. Right. Our armies are almost in orbit. At least, I swear, I just saw them a second ago. Did they actually manage to land already? No, they didn't land. By the way, while you're in orbit... Oh, here you go. They just waited at the start because I never actually told them to come land. While you're in orbit, you can see who's in your skies. Again, it's kind of the old planetary invasion screen. It was more relevant for that. So anyway, 136. Their garrison's getting absolutely bombed down anyway. Concluded. So I don't think that we really need to worry too much.
Our forces are making planetfall.
Nice. Let's take our bombardment now to...
War report. Enemy planet secured.
The profits fall. And there you go, the Glint's lair is ours
completed.
Now. Ah, here it is. Interstellar Fleet Traditions. A body of knowledge regarding combat behaviors is useless without a strong code governing its use. Now, this is the thing. The Naval Logistics Office. Any ship we build... this improves the amount of value we get from our anchorages. Each anchorage lets us support 2 new ships, right? But if you have an anchorage on a space station with a Naval Logistics Office, the Naval Logistics Office doubles the worth of the anchorages. Does that make sense? And then there's the Fleet Academy. For our newly recruited crews to be truly combat ready, they must be capable officers leading them. The Fleet Academy will ensure those officers have up-to-date knowledge on the doctrines and practice of interstellar warfare. So this means every ship we build starts with some experience and therefore is a little bit better. Because it will be like level 1 instead of, level 0. As we go to bombard our second place, there was an update to the archaeology site. The reasons behind this well-visited asteroid became clear as soon as the surface expedition encountered vast storage areas and silos dug into the asteroid. The dead rock served as a depot for some spacefaring species, often refueling and maintenance before, offering refueling and maintenance before sending ships even deeper into space. This would indicate an alien society devoid of faster-than-light drive, but with an abundance of motivation to explore space. Why the asteroid depot was abandoned remains unclear, but we managed to salvage a small yield of materials. Finders, keepers. So there you go, that's the end of that. That's pretty cool. Wow, we got 500 alloys from that as well, and some rare materials. That's awesome. So they didn't even have they didn't even know about the hyperlanes, and they were traveling. I feel like that's the kind of thing we in real world would end up doing. Well, that looked pretty cinematic. Actually, no. Hold on. We're landing armies, and I think that's a really bad idea. Cancel that. Don't land those. We probably want to bombard first, because I've not built up many armies just yet. We actually do have a lot of armies. Let's scroll all the way down. And let's see. So, look, there's multiple transport fleets of recruits that I've been building on various places.
Completed.
Let's bring them all here. We'll merge them together, give them some generals, and we'll go from there. Oh, look, the enigmatic cache is back. It wanders the world. It's hovering over a different place now. It's hovering over Random and Prime, which we are allowing the AI to deal with, by the way. Check it out. So they're doing clearing blockers and stuff, right? The impassable mountains they're getting rid of. Oh, what is this? Pirates sighted. With its vulnerable and unprotected trade route, the Barana system has attracted a large number of ne'er-do-wells, and following a recent power struggle, these criminal degenerates are now sufficiently organized to operate a significant pirate armada. They're using this ragtag fleet to intercept as much trade in the system as they can.
Construction completed.
They're taking my money. What? What do you mean? I'm patrolling this place. Oh, unbelievable. Well, we can get some corvettes, some little police vessels to deal with that. Here's another 4 battleships I built. So let's move those to meet with the rest of the fleet in the siege of this place as well. Now that we're in the battleship territory, you're really going to start to see the numbers go up a lot. Okay, so next tier of lasers here. Gamma lasers. The electromagnetic radiation emitted by the lasers is of extremely high frequency. Let's do that. Let's pick up the heritage site here. This is the upgrade for the Autochthon Monument. Actually, let's get more starbase capacity for now. It'll take a long time to do, and it's kind of a passive-y thing. T3 civilian industries, habitats. Let's get some basic strike craft, okay? So what this means is we can put hangar bays on our star bases, and from the hangars, all these mini vessels will exist. I can't wait to show you what they look like. And there's a ship component, basic strike craft. We can attach these to our battleships. This is cool. We could have got this a long time ago. This is only T1 strike craft. They'll just be basic ones, but they're fun. I think that strike craft are an interesting one for this game in that people love the idea of them and want to use them a lot, but they're a little bit broken. Oh shit, are we actually losing this fight? Who is this? Oh, they're the pirates. Did we get there already? The pirates are actually beating our battleship here. Oh no,
Construction
I think we're winning.
completed.
Oh no, we're leaving. They actually blew our battleships up. Whoa. Okay, they're substantially stronger than I thought they were going to be. We will deal with the pirates later. Do you know what's really irritating? Half the armies that I had recruited were going to travel through here, and now they've been caught by these guys, the Grim Souls, so we do actually have to deal with them now. It's alright, I'll build some corvettes at Seoul, and then we'll send them in. Alright, so, and also, while this war is going on, and we obviously claimed Kraukatoric Sleeps for ourselves at Glint's Lair, there's now a lot of crime there. Crime continues to be a problem, and an extensive criminal underworld has taken root on the planet. Some areas have descended into lawlessness or been taken over completely by criminal organizations. So this is intolerable. There's lots of crime there now. There's new kinds of jobs will appear. These are undesirables. These are branded that we're killing, but check it out. Criminals. These criminals live outside the bounds of legal society. Come by choice. Some by choice and some by circumstance. So we want to watch out for that. There's a lot of crime because, well, all we have is a very vague military there, and we're just killing things. So, yeah, and it's way out in the fringes, isn't it? It's not a happy place, for sure. Dude, I love that asteroid belt. The appearance of that there is so cool, isn't it? It's like a freaking planet-sized chunk of rock there.
Construction completed.
Right, so we've got the strike craft now. I don't know whether the shipbuilder has put them on there, but hey. There's just lots of minor things to get. Let's get our destroyer hull points. Oh, a new type of alien. We have encountered some kind of alien vessel in the Surreal system. These strange objects are called sirens until we can learn more about them. Another weird form of alien. We'll research those later. This would be our explanation as to why the Norn aren't moving. And there is a very weird thing here. This is the enigmatic fortress. Filled with ancient defenders and wardens. This thing is very, 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 very crazy and very weird. And it's a long way away, so we probably don't have to worry about that. Unless maybe these wormholes connect us to it. Alright, there we have it. So check this out now. This is a huge army. Led by this one Codan.
Forces are making planetfall.
So here's how you see. The front line can only be this wide. There's only so many based on the size of the planet. So combat width is this, right? Prophet's Fall itself has a combat width of 10 because of the size of the planet. So only 10 people could be fighting at once. The rest are just held in reserve. And then when someone dies, they'll get disengaged and the reserves will come forward. And you can see how big and complicated wars can become. That would be if the branded
enemy planet secured
had defended themselves more adequately. So there you have it. And I'm just going to do that again on these next two systems. And they'll be gone from the galaxy. Oh my god, every time I think I'm just going to like play for like a few months, something worse happens. The Forgotten were just destroyed. They just communicated with me as well. I never put it in the video, but just a second ago they wanted to do a research pact or something. I guess they just got blown up. I'm not going to win this. There's no way. I've played too slow and too dainty here. I kind of don't want to destroy these anymore because once I do, I unlock this whole like frontier. This thing with the entangling vines is really bad. In fact, they're on my doorstep now. I mean, I love that the ogres are here. That's so bad. Look at the size of them. What am I supposed to do? Ah, well, we're destroying Kralkatorrik nice and quick. There's that at least. Let's get these auto cannons and some of these basic techs done. I don't need to explain to you guys every single tech in the game. Right, you guys, get over into the next colony. Wait, wrong one. Come here.
Construction completed.
The Star Nation, formerly known as the United Angchu Flocks, has been destroyed by its enemies. Oh no! I've been too slow. I needed to speed up. Well, look, they've all come as refugees here. One of our generals is arrested development. I'm not sure who destroyed the Angchu. I can't remember quite where they were. It was pretty bad, though. Right, we've invaded there successfully. Let's land here. Good with our battleship. Nice. Oh! Some primitives. Right here. We've detected the presence of a primitive alien civilization. So we could build a post around them here.
Forces are making planetfall.
They are truly primitive. What did it say? They're in a steam age. So look, they have pyramids, stone palaces. Primitive palaces built out of stone. Primitive dwellings, primitive factory. Interesting. They're a very, very, very small little colony. So here's some more primitives. This was an interesting little branch of the galaxy. This little branch here as well. Look at this place, Beauregard. I swear that this was a dredge location. Oh, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. I think that's just a sort of a default Stellaris base. Right, the last little land battle we're waging here. They had a lot of defenses on this one, but I'm just swarming them. Poor quality minerals here at Varim's Run. Which is ironic since I think this is a mine, actually. Varim's Run. If you look that up on the wiki.
Construction completed.
Alright, cool. So that place is done. 2 more. By the way, here's another little thing you can do to be a bit more efficient. When it comes to a transport fleet, what you can do is set it, so these guys here, if you set a transport fleet's stance to aggressive what they will do is automatically follow any navy nearby, and they will automatically invade any planet that navy happens to go by. So here, the navy's going to attack the infestation, and these guys, the infestation being a Gaia world, by the way, how beautiful is that and ironic is that?
We are being hailed.
It's their hive capital. What they'll do is immediately land. See this here? And it's quite a lot of fighting they're doing. They're disengaging. This is good because they'll be leveling up the more that they fight here. I like this. Freezing Moonlight's doing very well. And look, they'll fight to defend it to the best of their abilities, but they're not going to be able to. So anyway, you can do that with transport fleets, and that makes things a little bit easier. And I think it's something that the AI does a lot. Whoa, this is actually really bad. We're going to lose this. We only have 91 strength. They're defending it hard. All right, let's retreat out.
Priority alert. We have failed to secure a planet.
Yeah, our invasion is over, but that's okay. We can deal with that in a minute. So the elementals fleeing from Jormag are coming. I've dilly I don't know whether I'm going to get this, guys. Everything's collapsing now. Everything. The whole half of the galaxy. I'm very, very, very lucky. This has been a weird campaign, but I think we're coming up to the end of it now. Look, I don't know how much I'm going to cut out of this video, but I presume a lot less than I thought I was going to be. Oh, I see what happened. We went into debt, and then our armies didn't have the funding. So we can fix that in a second. That's why we ended up losing that. And yeah, we'll defeat Kraukatoric in just a moment here, and then we'll probably end the video. So 18,000 food. Let's sell 10,000 of it. Let's get the money. And that money will mean that basically if you run out of energy, what it will do is give you big penalties to the strength of your ships and the strength of your armies and stuff like that. You can still fight, but the idea is that maybe you can put someone into debt right in the middle of their war that they're waging. And so look, we can re-land our armies now. If I'd known that was the issue, I could have solved that. So yeah, we'll land in a second. What we should do.
Our forces are making planetfall.
Yeah, here we go.
Enemy planet
you can see our health is still low and stuff, by the way. So just as ships need to have their health improved, so true is that for the armies. Anyway, I forget what I was saying.
Completed.
Something about oh yeah, you can cripple someone's economy in war with them, and then you can suddenly win a fight that they thought they were going to win. Right, let's pick up the 3rd level of hyperdrive, a new generation of hyperdrives capable of accessing subspace slipstreams. And learn how to get gas out of our refineries. More interesting buildings for us. So yeah, we'll run on ahead here. So what do we got in this final system? There's actually 2. So I'm going to split our fleet in half. I'll have you guys bombard the wreckage of Serenity.
Construction completed.
And I'll have you guys go to the Shattered Cliffs. Meanwhile, this army, they should just straight away invade. Let's see if they do. I think they should. As long as they're confident that they'll win it, they should land their armies. They might not be confident because only 200. We might want to bombard for a bit longer because they are actually stronger than us. It doesn't take too much defense, but yeah, they have a garrison of 200 and we're only 213. We could get more forces here in a second though. And starting this bombardment over here is a nice idea too. Do we have an admiral maybe we can put in there? We do. Thank you. Okay, Citadel, the final tier of Starbase. We'll be seeing that on the next episode. Found another new archaeology site in all those investigations we're doing up there. In fact, there was an archaeology site here at the wreckage of the Serenity Temple. Oh, that was awesome! I was wondering what was happening there. Our pirate patrol literally just patrolled to the system that the pirates are in. I guess it's just we need more patrols. This is one really long patrol. But they just managed to patrol there and they blew him up. They killed the pirates right then and there. They did. That was awesome. Following a long period of growing support for the Knights of the Void, the elemental thralldom has finally embraced the faction. They've become militaristic. Well, it's probably a bit late for that, guys. I think you're going to be gone soon. In fact, look, we can spy on what's happening at Alpha Centauri. And it's the Ice Brood attacking. There you go, we raided the pirate station. That was our patrol that did that. That is so cool. Oh, the Riggin Commerce Exchange. This is another enclave. These guys are traders once again. They facilitate negotiations, blah, blah, blah. We don't have to worry about that too much. Hyperdrive just came in. That's good. Let's get the advanced combat roles. The dominant crime syndicate on Kralkatorix Sleeps recently eliminated the last of its competition and achieved complete control over the planet's extensive criminal underworld. They have long since undermined the real planetary authorities, and the local population now look upon these gangsters as the true rulers. Hell no. Decisions. Launch anti-crime campaigns. Enforcers, reduce more crime. Let's get some of that stuff down, and then maybe... Can I do something else over here as well? Declare martial law. I want more stability. I want more soldiers.
Construction completed.
Hopefully that will be okay. Because that's getting a bit nuts. We need to actually clean up their last territory. There's too much going on. Alright, let's see. How's the bombardment going? They're still at 200. I guess it's because we can't get them down, maybe. Well, now that the pirates are dead, I can get the rest of my transports over. So let's do that. Which are my real armies. As you can see, we got a lot of them. There we go. The bombarding has gone well enough at Serenity now. I think we can get a nice quick assault in. They've just dropped down. One of their armies got killed. They've dropped down to 145. Completed. Our guys still have got, you know, a bit of a health issue, but I think they'll be all right. So they're landing. Oh, sorry. Why are you not landing? Our
forces are making planetfall.
Yeah, they ripped him to pieces. So the numbers made it look like it was going to be closer than it was, but there's all these other factors you've got to think about, such as how heavily bombarded they are, how much planetary devastation is here. So that's that planet, and we can stop bombarding it. We can use that infrastructure in a second. Finally, the Shattered Cliffs. What? The war is over, we admit defeat. What do you mean the war is over, you admit defeat? You are defeated. Best possible outcome. There it is. Hey, it only took I don't actually know what episode number we're at the moment. The Star Nation, formerly known as the Brand, has been destroyed by its enemies. How this will affect the political climate of the galaxy remains to be seen. Well, I would hope that the rest of the dragons are a little bit scared of me. Nice. So they're wiped out. Ah, that feels good. Next time, guys, might be one of the last episodes, really, just because I'm not sure I can fight against this now. We'll see what we've got. Thanks very much for watching. Take it easy.